Medicare Supplement premiums are unique for each beneficiary. It will definitely not be the same as your neighbor down the street. In today's video, we're going to explain the factors that determine your monthly premium. Hi, I'm Lindsay Engel, and I'm the Medicare expert for Elite Insurance Partners and MedicareFAQ.com. If you're like many Medicare beneficiaries, your first go-to to find Medigap quotes is online. You found a website, filled out a form, answered a few questions, only to find out that you actually can't get quotes without speaking to an agent. You end up frustrated, wondering, why can't I see my quotes online? There are several factors that impact your Medigap rates, and these are questions that you can't answer online. This is why you have to speak to a Medicare agent. Now, we're going to go over which factors will determine your Medigap premium. Before we jump into these different factors, it's important to understand that all Medigap plans are standardized by the government. What this means is that each letter plan has a set of benefits that will stay the exact same regardless of the carrier you choose to enroll with. So if you choose to enroll in, say, Medigap Plan G, regardless if you go with Aetna or Cigna, the benefits will be the same. The only difference will be the premium you pay. The first factor we're going to discuss is your location. What you might pay in one state for the same exact benefits can be completely different than what you might pay in a different state. For example, let's say you're a 65-year-old female living in Palm Harbor, Florida, which is actually where our office is located. As you can see, the average cost for monthly premium for Plan F starts around $195. Now let's go ahead and put a zip code for Texas. So let's say you're living in Texas. As you can see, for the same female at 65 years old, Plan F is going to cost her around $123 per month in monthly premiums. Now let's do an example for New York. For the same female at 65 years of age living in New York, that same Plan F that was only around $190 in Florida is going to cost $306 in New York. So as you can see, your location is a significant factor that's going to determine what you're going to pay in monthly premiums for a Medigap plan. The second factor we're going to discuss is your gender. Believe it or not, your gender is a determining factor in how much you're going to pay in monthly premiums. Since females are mostly overall healthier than males, they'll find that they're going to end up paying around $10 to $30 less in monthly premiums. For example, we'll use Palm Harbor, Florida again for the first scenario. Let's say you're a 65-year-old male looking for quotes on Plan G. As you can see, you're going to start at around $176 per month. Now, let's say you're a female living in the same zip code. As you can see, a female living in the same zip code will pay about $169 for the same letter plan. Now, let's jump over to Texas. As you can see, if you're a male, 65 years old, living in Texas, you're going to start paying around $112 per month for Plan G. Now let's look at what a female would pay in the same zip code. As you can see, a female in the same zip code will pay around $15 less than a male. Now let's jump back over to New York. So if you're a male, 65 years old, looking to enroll in Plan G in New York, you're going to look at paying around $268 or more in monthly premiums. Now let's see what a female would pay in New York. So for a female looking for Plan G, you'll see that in New York, she will pay the same as a male will pay. This is because not all states will use your sex to determine what you pay in monthly premiums for your Medigap plan. So as you can see, your sex could be a determining factor on what you're going to pay in monthly premiums for your supplement plan depending on the state you live in. The next factor we're going to discuss is your age. Now, this also depends on how your Medigap carrier rates your premium. We'll discuss that more in detail later in the video. If you enroll when you're first eligible at 65, you're going to pay less in monthly premiums than you would if you enroll at 75. In addition, depending on the state you live in, if you're eligible for Medicare due to collecting Social Security disability income for 24 months, you could pay up to 3 to 4 times more in monthly premiums than those who age in at 65. For this example, we're going to use one zip code, which is Palm Harbor, Florida, and we're going to get a quote for Plan N. Let's say you are a 65-year-old female looking for premiums for Plan N. As you can see, a female aging 65 years old in Palm Harbor, Florida for Plan N could pay around $129 a month. Now let's see what the same female would pay at age 75. As you can see here, that same female, if she waited to enroll until she was 75 years old, she could pay as much as $165 a month in monthly premiums for Plan N. Now let's see what you would pay if you were under 65 and collecting Social Security disability income. As you can see here, that same female, if she were under 65 and collecting Social Security disability income, her monthly premium for Plan N could cost up to $500 per month. The next factor we're going to discuss that can impact your monthly premiums is tobacco use. For those who smoke, chew, or use vaping products, you can expect to pay up to 10% more in monthly premiums. This is because those that use tobacco tend to have more medical conditions. For example, let's say you're a 65-year-old female living in Texas and you're a non-tobacco user looking for quotes on Plan N. As you can see, that you're going to pay somewhere around $78 or more for Plan N if you are a non-tobacco user. Now let's see what you would pay in monthly premiums if you did use tobacco. As you can see here, that same female looking for Plan N quotes, if she did use tobacco, she could pay anywhere between $87 up to $100 a month in monthly premiums for that same plan. The next factor that can impact your rates is household discounts. Some carriers offer discounts to those that live in the same household as long as they enroll in a plan with the same carrier. Discounts vary and will depend on the carrier you choose to enroll with. You can expect to see anywhere between a 5 to 15% discount depending on the carrier. The next factor we're going to discuss that can impact your premium is how you pay. Some carriers will charge you more if you choose to pay quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. This is because they prefer you to pay monthly. Also, it's more cost-effective for the carrier to process your payment electronically versus by check or credit card. Because of this, some carriers will discount your premiums if you choose to pay electronically. The next factor that can impact your monthly premium is the letter plan you choose to enroll in. As to be expected, when you want more benefits, you're going to pay a monthly higher premium. Therefore, the letter plan you want to enroll in will also have an impact on what you pay in monthly premiums. For example, you can expect to pay more with Plan G in monthly premiums than you would with Plan N. This is because Plan N leaves you with a little bit more cost sharing than Plan G does. The next factor we're going to discuss is the rating method the carrier uses to determine your supplement policy premiums. There are 3 rating methods a carrier can use to set the rates for their Medigap policies. The first one is community rated. With this policy, every member, regardless of the age, pays the same price. That's why it's called community rated. The rates will increase over time based off factors like inflation. Some carriers will even offer a discount for enrolling when you're younger. However, this discount will slowly disappear year over year. The next rating method is issue age rated. The way this works is your pricing is locked in based off the age you are when you enroll. Therefore, it's lower for those who buy younger, and it won't increase as you get older. However, your premiums can still increase due to other factors like rising healthcare costs. The third rating method is attained age rated. This is by far the most common model that most carriers use today. Your initial premium is based off the age you are at the time you enroll. This will make your monthly premium lower if you're younger when you enroll. It will also increase as you age. These rating methods will vary greatly from location to location. The important thing to know is that regardless of what rating method your carrier uses, you can expect to see premium increases year over year due to many other factors that's out of your control. Another factor to consider is the rate increase history of the carrier. You want to make sure they have at least an A or better financial rating and have been in the market for at least 5 years. Another important factor, which easily could be one of the most important, is at the time you enroll in your Medicare Supplement policy. The best time to do this is during your open enrollment period. Now, this time frame may only happen to you once in your lifetime, so it's extremely important to know when this window is. Your Medicare Supplement open enrollment period is a 6-month window that begins the first of the month of your Part B effective date. During this time, a carrier cannot deny you coverage or charge you higher monthly premiums due to any health conditions or medications you take. Outside of your open enrollment window, carriers may require you to go through medical underwriting. At that time, the carrier can choose to deny you coverage due to pre-existing health conditions or charge you more in monthly premiums. Many beneficiaries don't realize that when you enroll outside of your open enrollment period, a carrier has a long list of chronic health conditions that they can deny you coverage for, as well as a long list of medications that they'll deny you coverage if you're taking. However, there are some circumstances where even though you've been diagnosed with one of these chronic conditions, a carrier may still accept you into the plan. The last thing to consider is that some carriers offer a 12-month rate lock. So even if your effective date isn't for a few months out, you want to enroll now to prevent any rate increases between now and your effective date. Hopefully, this video helped you understand why it's impossible for us to give you accurate quotes without speaking to you over the phone to collect some more information. As I'm sure you realized throughout your research that there's a lot of misinformation out there. Our agents can help clarify any confusion as well as help you navigate the Medicare maze. Our agents will be able to compare any plan with any carrier that's available in your area to get you the most accurate quote based off your personal information. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to do so. Don't forget to turn notifications on so that you're notified each time we upload a new video. We also have a fantastic Medicare community on Facebook. We'll make sure to include a link below so that you can join today. Until next time, bye!